Malta, one of the best places to visit, especially in summer, and this is our 3-day itinerary. Hi everybody, my name is Stacy. I'm a full-time student and full-time creator living in Vilnius, Lithuania. But as soon as I have an opportunity and the chance to see the world, travel, I document it and share it here on my YouTube. Thank you so much for all the support, love, and feedback that you share towards my content. I really appreciate it. A little bit of background: we were backpacking with my friend through 3 countries, Malta, Greece, and Germany. If you haven't seen it, here it is. And today we'll walk you through some of the best places that you shouldn't miss out, and I will also include some of the places that I personally myself want to visit when I come back there again. As soon as we landed, we decided to go to the specific side of the island where we can find Blue Grotto and explore sea caves. This is one of the best activities you can try, and it only costs you 10 euros. And as soon as you go there, you catch the boat with, I think, around 5 other people, and you visit around 8 caves. There is an instructor, if I may call him like that, who tells you a little bit about it. Everything is so gorgeous and stunning that you definitely cannot take your eyes from it. And personally saying that 10 euros is probably the best I have ever spent in my entire life. Period. Just look at that. Look at that. Not to mention that that specific spot is perfect for swimming, because as soon as you enter the water, you're like 1.5 meter deep, and then you swim just a tiny little bit, 3 meters deep. Fabulous, splendid, stunning once again. One of the things that I also want to highlight here is that as you're traveling in Malta, most of the beaches look like this. So you better take some flip-flops if you don't want to hurt your feet. As soon as we finished that amazing experience, we went to Sliema, which is basically on the other part of the island. But at the same time, I noticed that it was way cheaper and more affordable to book the accommodation there instead of the capital city, Valletta. Sharing my own experience, we found a flat that had several rooms, and each room could be rented by 2 people. And you also have a pretty huge kitchen, which is also connected with the living room, 2 bathrooms, and I'm not sure if there was anything else, but it was really enough and we were satisfied with it. And if you want it, I might tag it somewhere below. One of the reasons that accommodation was perfect is the location, because it was a 5-minute walk from the beach. And hear me out, that beach was just perfect. Gosh, I loved it. If you Google, you will also find somewhere there Roman bath, and it looks pretty interesting and intriguing to explore and to try out. So don't miss out on that as well. In addition to that, if you wake up in the morning or at night, depends on you and your personality, and you decide, well, I want to have some training, there is actually an open gym there, and it was pretty interesting to see some of the people enjoying the beach while others were exercising pretty hard. And I was like, damn, should I also do something today instead of just eating my yogurt, admiring the sunset? I should have done it maybe, but maybe not. Maybe some other time. Maybe when I'm in Vilnius. Besides, you can always go to the open bar, which is called Paradise Exile, and we were lucky enough to meet some of the artists who were playing live that day, and we also got to sing a little bit, dance, enjoy the sunset, and just, you know, have the best time ever. I can't say anything in regards of the drinks, but I do believe that bars sometimes, especially open bars at the beach, can be for socializing, dancing with strangers, because you will not see anybody again, probably. So why don't you have some fun and go home, sleep? Yeah. Next, Valletta. When you come to the city, it's important to explore the capital as well. There were 3 ways for us to get there: walking, taking a bus, or taking the ferry. We checked the time for the ferry and we realized that we can take it when we go back, but as we want to explore a little bit the surroundings, we decided to walk. Hear me out, it took us 40 minutes to walk from one city to another. If you love walking, it was fabulous and I highly recommend doing that. After that walk, you will probably feel the need to get some energy going on, and I recommend going to one cafe with the view. I mean, hear me out. If I was doing the hear me out cake, I would probably put that cafe over there as well. This is the name of the cafe. Unfortunately, I couldn't find it on Google Maps. I can, but it's right near the cafe called Coffee Circus Lisbon. I adore the idea of drinking coffee, so in case you want to drink it in Malta, please check this place out. As we were talking about the view, you should definitely check out the view from the gardens. The Herbert Ganado, damn, I don't know. You should go there. Lovely view, an amazing place to stop for a few seconds, admire the beauty, and then run because it was pretty hot that day, and at that specific spot there were no shadows, and if you continue to stand there for quite a while, you will probably burn your skin. So careful with that. There is also a spot not far from there that you might like in order to admire the beauty once again and take some pictures alone with your friends, but overall it looked like it was painted. And personally, I believe that I might print some of those pictures and show later to my kids and be like, do you know who's that? That's your mom. The city itself is incredible, and every stop you take in order to have a little bit of fresh air, to breathe, to just... You realize that there are small details that you have to pay attention to in order to notice the beauty of this place and the life that's happening there. Not to mention that there were so many wonderful people that we met that helped us along the way, because we got lost once. We also had some problems with our Google Maps. We also had some problems with Google Maps and they helped us. We spoke amazing English, so it's time to go back home, so we decided to take the ferry, and it was splendid. It was, I think, like 10-15 minutes ride, if I can say that, but we enjoyed, and that fresh air helped us a little bit to recover from the heat that we were experiencing through the day. I think it cost us like €2.50, which is the same price that you take the bus. You can also check out the city called Medina, and this is the quiet town with a little bit over 300 residents, and there are a lot of tourists there, so you should try to come a little bit early in the morning so that the quiet town stays quiet, and explore it. And as far as I remember, some things from the Game of Thrones were also filmed there, and overall I would say that this place left some prints on my heart, and you should definitely check it out yourself. We finished that day before going to the airport by going to the beach, which is called COB Public Beach, and there are those things, I don't know, like slides, trampolines, and you can feel like a kid again. Not that I'm old, but it felt pretty refreshing. It costs I think €12, if I remember it correctly. The only tip that I would like to share here is that if you were working for 3 days, almost non-stop, and you have already been swimming for quite a while, you might end up not feeling your legs or your arms after that experience. Please be aware of your physical strengths and the remaining of it. And as you know, when you come back from the trip, you'll probably see some of the reels or TikToks about that specific place, and this is what happened and what I marked for myself in order to do it, to try it when I go back to Malta once again. Blue Lagoon and the island called Gozo. We didn't have enough time in order to explore explore it, but a lot of people recommend it online, and when we look at the pictures that they provide or the videos, it really looks fascinating. So in case you have one extra day, I would probably go there as well. Some amazing girl also shared that it is an incredible spot for admiring the sunset, and it is called Dingley Cliffs. I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw her pictures, so I was like, okay, I'm marking that for myself, so don't miss out on this one as well. And as we're talking about the sunset, I have to mention that there was actually an opportunity to go horse riding while enjoying the sunset. I'm actually allergic to horses, but this idea in my mind, like going on this horse riding date to admire the sunset, the sea, it's just somewhere here, lives rent free. That was it for today. I hope that you find it useful and you will mark some of the things that you would like to try out yourself. In case you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Follow for more, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.